Hello again and welcome to Gardeners World 2018. And this is the half hour before they allow all the visitors to come in because they've judged in the morning this time. And here's the stand, looking all clean and fresh. It's just been judged and I'm quite pleased with the results. So I'll take you around it, starting out with Whirlwind at the bottom here. Catherine Lewis behind him. And Olive Bailey Langdon looking lovely. Some of the flowers are out. And alongside Olive is Winter Snow, looking there, and Vulcan in front. And what I'm trying to do with this little section here is show different varieties, different shapes and forms. And we've got obviously praying hands there, you can't have a section on that without praying hands in it. And the one that's decided to do sort of all sorts of interesting droopy things is Totally Twisted. He's lifted a little bit since I popped him in yesterday. But that's probably because he did stretch quite a lot in the spring, and I still want to use him because of those fabulous red spotted petioles. It actually creates quite a lovely fountain shape on the stand there, so I'm not displeased. And then we have an old favourite here, Drummer Boy. I just love this plant, it's great. What more can you say? And Eyecatcher here, showing its seasonal green. Starts out very yellow in the spring and then turns that lovely rich green, but gorgeous shaped leaf to it. And then I have Walk on Thin Ice behind it, looking lovely. Come to the front and I've got a pot of Ecstasy. It's really looking nice at the moment. And another old favourite, I love this plant. We never do have very much of it for sale, so once I've got enough stock I then happy to show it, and that's Cavitan. Now I've swapped all my plants over for the miniatures in the hanging baskets. So at the back I've got miniatures and smalls. So I've got Blonde Elf, there we go, and alongside Blonde Elf I have Lakeside Blue Cherub. That's a dear little plant, again another very underrated little blue. Paradise Puppet there, and Ops in front of that, which is lovely. It's actually showing quite a lot of variegation on the leaf this year, lots of different greys and creams. And then round to a lovely little pot of Green with Envy. Another dear little plant that I don't ever have too much of, so once I've got enough stock I like to take it out. And behind that is one called Baby Blue Eyes, and I adore the shape of the leaf on this particular cultivar, and it's got that lovely sort of turquoisey blue. And behind that I've got Lakeside Scamp and Dragon Tails looking absolutely gorgeous. That's very difficult to beat in a little pot on its own. Behind that I've got Forbidden Fruit looking absolutely fabulous. It kind of leapt out of the tunnel and said take me, take me. So yes, it is here. And in front of Forbidden Fruit I've got Moonlight, Mum's favourite, and absolutely beautiful. I do adore how the colours work on this variegation. It look almost like they're a watercolour painting, absolutely gorgeous. Then round to another old favourite called Tango, an excellent space filler. If you want a good, reliable, fast-growing plant on the small side, Tango's your one. And I've got my little 3 raised miniature pots with Yellow Boa, Twist of Lime, which are actually small varieties, and Yakushima Mizu in there. And coming round I've got Twilight on the end here. Yet another old variety, but very difficult to beat. Absolutely beautiful. Right, and coming round to the other side of the stand, so if I come up and show you the posters again, I've got my pollinator poster there with the Arctic Blast flowers on it, with Arctic Blast in front starting to flower. So I'm hoping during the course of the show that these flower heads all pop out. The sales plants ones are doing so. It's just that this has been a little bit less forward because it's been in the collection tunnel. And in front in the oval bowls I have Lakeside downsized, Slim and Trim in the centre, and Feather Boa. And then coming round, sorry, I've got a fellow exhibitor that's lurked up behind me. You say something, Kerry, for the video?
I've got nothing to say.
You've got nothing to say. That makes a change.
Well, obviously you'd have to bleep me out, wouldn't you?
And here we have Yellow River at the back, another old variety, but again, it's so difficult to beat it. It's such a lovely tall growing variety. Excellent for an eye-catching end of a border or back of a border. And I'm going to keep repeating myself here, another old variety, Valentine Lace. And I can't believe how gorgeous this plant is, and it is very productive with flowers. And up they're popping. And at the back I've got Wide Brim. The last time I took that out was Hampton Court a few years ago. Nobody would believe it was Wide Brim. When it matures, it's such a stunner. But it's one of those varieties you see everywhere in garden centres and so on, looking sick and sorry for itself because H is in the middle of the alphabet, and that's where they put all the varieties in the sun if they're in H. So here we have Hadspen Samphire, ditto, another old variety. And down in front of that, I've got the Quilting Bee. And I just adore the texture of that plant. It's fabulous. I did just skate over my little pest control station there. But now you all know how to deal with the snails in your garden. Not a problem, you don't need to dwell on that. And in the baskets I have Hyde and Sunset still because it's still looking fabulous. I'm lovely and limey now. But it's a hard one to beat in a hanging basket. Oh, just before I go around there, better just look at that. That's White On, and I love that plant. For a similar reason that I like Moonlight, it's got the most wonderful colouring on it. Very, very elegant shaped leaves and lovely fine white line. And in front I've got Bedford Rise and Shine. And the petioles on that are stunning. If I come down here and show you. Much redder than the one I had at Malvern and Harrogate that had come on so fast. It kind of grew before the colour could get in there. So much more vibrant. But this baby was sitting in the collection tunnel looking at me all lovely. Okay, you can come. And there we have Deja Blue in the front basket, looking very blue and lovely. And Dixie, Crystal Dixie, the name right in a moment. I love the sheen on that, and the depth of colour is fabulous. Again, a very difficult one to beat if you want a foil to grow other things against, or something a little bit more gaudy to jump out at you. And Sagara Komachi in the back basket, producing lots and lots and lots of flowers. And they should be quite purple, quite deep when they come out. And then underneath that I've got Celtic Dancer again. As you might already have guessed, I do rather like plain rippled edged leaves on plants. That's why they get so much exposure. And there's Yin. And Sherborne Swift. Before we get round to my pot of soil. And Whirlwind again. So that's all the plants. I'm going to just give you a little spin around, and then I'll come back and give you an overview. So all the exhibitors are coming in and getting ready for the public to come in. 10 o'clock. And there's the demo bench over there where they keep making lots of noise. And that's this side of the exhibit with David trying to hide behind the sales plants. Well, I'll just go round there and show you his lovely arrangement of plants. There we go. So here we are, more or less ready to go. Give us a wave, David. Can't hear me. Give us a wave. Yes, give us a wave. Didn't say anything else. That's more like it. He's so sweet when he smiles. So there we go. A whiz around the stand. I'm really quite pleased with how lovely that and lush that looks. But then it is the best time of year for hostas. The colours are just spot on. The leaves are all out. And we're ready to go. Didn't want to embarrass an exhibitor there by getting them in the frame. So there we have it for Gardeners World 2018.